Welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're joining us today. You know, we often find ourselves totally mesmerized by massive, visible success, right? The person hoisting the trophy or that digital platform that magically delivers answers to our fingertips in mere seconds. But behind every shining moment in the spotlight, there's always a hidden force. Today, we're going to explore this premise, that massive, visible success is always, without fail, powered by unseen engines.
Here's a quick roadmap for our explainer today. We'll start with 1. The architects of success. Then 2. Transforming India's fielding culture. Next, 3. A glittering era of trophies. Followed by 4. Tributes to a magic workhorse. 5. Funding the unseen engines. And finally, 6. The journey continues. By the time we wrap up, we're going to bridge the gap between a legendary national cricket coach and the massive global volunteer network of Wikipedia to truly understand how background systems operate.
Section 1. The architects of success, behind the spotlight. I want you to think about this for a second. When you see a championship team celebrating wildly on the field, or when you load up a massive digital platform to learn something brand new, what is truly building that? Is it just the star players and the sleek user interface we interact with, or is it actually the hidden architects, the meticulous planners, and the tireless volunteers who we literally never see? Well, to answer that, let's dive into a prime example from the world of international sports. We are looking at T Dilip's absolutely remarkable 5-year stint as the fielding coach for Team India. He jumped into the national setup back in November 2021 and recently departed after his contract wrapped up following India's T20 international tour of Zimbabwe in August 2026. And what happened during this 5-year window? It wasn't just standard practice. It was a fundamental, totally transformative shift for Team India's fielding culture. Moving on to Section 2, Transforming India's Fielding Culture, the medal tradition. This brilliantly illustrates exactly how culture is built behind the scenes. So during the 2023 ODI World Cup, Dilip introduced this now iconic post-match award, the Fielding Medal. Now, this wasn't just some shiny piece of metal, it was a psychological masterstroke. It explicitly encouraged incredible athleticism and high intensity out on the field. It brought this palpable, contagious sense of excitement straight into the dressing room. But most importantly, it created massive internal value for the players. They weren't just playing for the roaring fans anymore. They were competing to be recognized by their peers and their coach for the gritty, unglamorous effort of fielding.
You know what's truly amazing? Who actually bought into this? You might think global superstars wouldn't care all that much about a dressing room medal, but this innovative tradition was eagerly embraced by the team's absolute biggest names. We are talking about notable medal recipients like cricket stars Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, KL Rahul, and Ravindra Jadeja. Dilip somehow fostered an atmosphere that was intensely competitive yet thoroughly enjoyable for everyone involved.
All right, Section 3, a glittering era of trophies. Visualizing victory. Let's look at the staggering legacy this created. The sheer magnitude of success achieved during Dilip's coaching era is just incredible to see laid out. In 2023, an Asia Cup win and an ODI World Cup runner-up finish. In 2024, a massive T20 World Cup win. In 2025, they grabbed both the Champions Trophy and the Asia Cup titles. And in 2026, yet another T20 World Cup win. Plus, we definitely have to mention they also secured a runner-up finish in the World Test Championship. This right here, this is exactly what happens when the unseen engine is running at peak efficiency. Section 4. Tributes to a magic workhorse. Emotional goodbyes. Listen to Dilip's own perspective on his role. In a really heartfelt Instagram farewell, he wrote, "When I first walked into this setup, I came in with one simple intention: to give everything I had every single day." He went on to say that fielding has always been his way of contributing to the game he loves so much. It's just a perfect reflection of a humble architect totally dedicated to the daily grind. And that humble self-reflection was immediately validated by the team's captain. Former India captain Rohit Sharma posted this wonderful tribute writing, "You are a legend, Dilip Guru. You created magic within the group and a behind-the-scenes workhorse." That exact phrase, behind-the-scenes workhorse, hit the nail on the head. He was that crucial background engine that powered all that glittering success out on the field. Pivoting now to Section 5, funding the unseen engines, the infrastructure of success. So, this whole concept of a behind-the-scenes workhorse, it applies far beyond the realm of sports. Think about it. On one side, you have T Dilip's meticulous coaching efforts fueling Team India to multiple World Cups. On the other side, consider the massive invisible volunteer network that literally powers Wikipedia's free knowledge for the entire globe. Both are unseen engines, and both require tremendous background operations just to function. Maintaining an unseen engine at a global scale naturally requires major resources. Let's look at the financial reality of sustaining Wikipedia's background operations. 12% is allocated to fundraising efforts, which are obviously crucial for keeping these free knowledge endeavors afloat year-round. 56% goes to other operations. But notice that 32% slice? That chunk is entirely dedicated to support for volunteers. The absolutely crucial point here is how that 32% allocation is actually used. It directly empowers the global volunteers who are doing all the heavy lifting behind the scenes. These funds provide essential grants, they offer legal support, and they supply the necessary resources to build vibrant communities. Honestly, it's just like a fielding coach providing the drills and the motivation to protect runs on a cricket pitch. These funds promote community engagement and actively advocate for the protection of free knowledge on the internet. It is the literal infrastructure of success. And finally, Section 6. The journey continues. Passing the baton. T Dilip's chapter closed out with immense gratitude. He thanked the BCCI for trusting him and expressed deep appreciation for head coaches like Rahul Dravid and Gautam Gambhir, along with captains like Surya Kumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, Shubman Gill, and Shreyas Iyer. But you know the machine doesn't stop. The unseen engine just keeps right on running. Subhadeep Ghosh has officially taken the reins, stepping in as the brand new fielding coach and traveling with the team for the 2-test series against Sri Lanka beginning on August 15. The baton is passed and the work continues.
And that brings us to the end of our explainer today. We've seen just how critical these background architects really are. Whether they're completely revolutionizing a national cricket team's fielding culture or maintaining the world's largest free knowledge base. So I want to leave you with a final thought to ponder as you go about your day. Who are the unseen workhorses driving the success in your own life or your organization? Take a moment today to recognize them. Thank you. Welcome